Hey MAV Show listeners, this is Future Little Brother here. I just wanted to take a quick second to let you guys know that this is the first time we have done this episode over a Zoom call. The way things are set up, we added a third person, and it was just kind of like the only way we can do it. But that doesn't change anything. We still are getting you these jam-packed, awesome, full episodes, and we're still getting you this great content. The third person will add a video game aspect. We saw that we were kind of lacking that, so they're here to help out with that portion. But other than that, guys, it's still the same. It's still awesome. You might hear a little bit of sound quality difficulty, maybe here or there, but nevertheless, it's still a still a great episodes, and we will always keep pumping out this content for you guys. Thank you for being loyal to us, and see you in the episode.
You're listening to the M.A.V. Show, episode number 19, review of the daily life of the Immortal King and Misfit Demon King Academy. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the M.A.V. Show.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I'm your host, King Vontae.
I'm your co-host, Little Brother.
What's up, little brother? And yo, guys, we have a special guest here. We finally got him on the podcast.
The one and only. Let's hear it for he coming in weighing about 250, coming in with a height of like 6 foot.
Oh, you got practically everything right. Ringing, digging champion of the world, me, Rocky.
Rocky.
What up, everybody?
This
What
is
up,
Rocky.
What up?
This is Rocky. You've always heard him in the background of our other couple podcasts ago. He was in Top Swordsman. He was there for Top Villains.
Top Deaths, too?
Yeah,
Top
villain deaths.
Deaths.
Yo, he has been around, guys. And like I said, we were definitely trying to get him on. Today, we are doing the podcast in a little different way. We're doing it over a Zoom call. But we got him on here, so I am definitely 100% happy.
Seriously, once again, we've always talked about the M.A.V. show having its three components. We have manga, we have the anime, and we have the video games. What's called KV usually covers manga. I usually cover anime, but we were kind of lacking in that video game portion, and Rocky's here to help out with that component.
What I do.
Thank you, bro. So, man, tell us a little about yourself, bro.
I'm a loser.
Bro,
In my own words.
Never.
You ain't no
Maybe a small bit of a otaku in him, but never a loser.
Oh, gross! Don't ever say that to me. Yeah, I like them. I play video games way more than probably the rest of these guys combined. I read manga. I watch anime, but they're not as heavy into. I'm not as heavy into as these guys over here. But I'm also a lot different because they love these action ones. I'm more of a slice of life kind of romance kind of guy.
And that's perfect.
Yeah, man. Like you said, we definitely need a little bit different sauce to the group.
A little sauce, like the intros be having.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, what's your favorite manga, anime, and video game, man?
Okay, so manga right now, it's probably Spy X Family. I just love it so much. It's one of my favorites for now. It's been a bit since it's updated. It's just about a guy who's a spy who doesn't want to get in trouble for being a spy, so he fake marries a girl, and the girl he happens to marry ends up being an assassin. And they we should adopt a kid so we can see more like a family. And the kid they adopt ended up being able to read minds. And then later down the line, you get a dog that can see the future, but only the little girl knows that because she can read the dog's mind. And it's hilarious. Just her face when she tries to do things. And then when she reads her dad or mom's mind, when she asks them a question, she'll see them killing people or doing something weird. She just sit there what?
Wait. Her parents are murderers?
Her dad's a spy. The dude's a spy. He came to this country to save the world practically. And when she reads his mind, she'd be like, "What's 3 + 6?" And he'd be like, "Okay, I have 3 dead bodies and 6 of them are dying. Who's left?" And in her head, she's like, "Why would you say it like that?"
That's some type of mentality right there.
the mom was worse. She's like, "Mom, what if I want to grow up to be like you?" And the mom imagines like her like, "Oh, when the guy's running away, you just break both his legs." And the dude's on the floor crying, and she goes, "And then you cut off one of his fingers one by one." And she's sitting there, blood splattering on her face, and she goes, "Oh, it'd be such a great." She goes, "No, I can't tell her daughter that." And the little girl's standing there like, "What the heck did she just say in her head?" Like, she starts tripping. It's hilarious. I love it, and I do. It's just and the fact that one is there's minor romance in it. Yeah, I just realized we're getting super off topic. I shouldn't be going this far. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. Sorry. Anime. It's kind of a hard one. I really like Fairy Tale. It sounds bad. I watched almost all of Fairy Tale up until like the last season. I still haven't watched it because I know once I watch it, it's over.
Bro, finish it.
Bro,
Finish
you
it.
had-
It definitely finishes on a good note. It definitely does.
I know. That's what scares me. It'll be like Naruto, and then I'll never have to care about it again.
Bro, so but there's also the 100-year quest that goes afterwards of it.
Yeah, that'll be like watching Boruto. It's not happening.
Actually, no, it's not. It's actually pretty good. I definitely give it like, yo, it still continues pretty strong.
I'll
It's not
decide
like Boruto. I promise you, it's not like Boruto. We'll see. But after Fairy Tail, so what's your favorite video game?
See, that's a hard one because I'm a gamer and I have so many right now. Like, it's insane. I'd have to like split that one into genres, really. But if I had to pick like a game, I would say probably Lost Odyssey was one of my favorites for a while.
Lost Odyssey.
That's the one where your main character is immortal and he keeps living throughout lifetimes with like his family as I want to say like a mercenary. And he starts to realize the people he's working for are bad, or the guy he's working for is bad, or something like that. It's been a while since I played it. And
It sounds like hecka familiar. Like if I most definitely have seen this before. Oh,
it's a
okay,
turn-based
never
game.
mind,
Yeah.
never mind. I just looked it up. I have played the first like the beginning of this game, but I got stuck on a griffin that I couldn't kill.
That's actually, yeah, it's one of the first few bosses. And what actually made me quit for a while in the beginning was you fight a serpent or like one of those giant snakes. That made me quit for a while because poison was just beating us. And I ended up came back and I was so scared of losing in that game that I beat everything before the final boss that when I got to the final boss, I beat him in one turn.
Oh yeah.
And then he does a final move
What?
to kill you. And I had absorb all physical damage, absorb every type of elemental damage. So when he hits me with his final attack, it gave me plus 999 health. And I stood there like, cool, I didn't die. And then your son-in-law, or I don't know, your daughter's son was like, "Don't worry, I'll help you guys heal." And I was like, "You did nothing to me. I have full health." Like, thanks though, I guess.
KV, don't think too much. Like, don't like overthink this game. This game is it's closest to Final Fantasy if I was going to compare it to anything.
Yeah, practically Final Fantasy. You run around, you level up. It's turn-based, 5-man squad.
Wow.
It's a lot of fun. Don't knock it. It's a great game.
No, like it was hecka interesting. Yeah, I just one at the current moment I was at, I couldn't like just put all my effort and focus into that game. So I just like I can't get past this part, glance over it, don't worry about it.
Wow. You guys are really, really into that game. I would definitely give you guys that.
No, like I said, it was like Final Fantasy, and we're Final Fantasy fans, so it's very interesting to play.
Okay. Um, I also kind of wanted to do a part introduction for us again because I know that if most people who ever like choose to listen in on us, we don't have an episode 1. We have like episode 0, like ground 0, where like you kind of get a small glimpse into what we do or who we are, and then it goes into episode 2. We did record episode 1. It just never saved. Right, little brother?
It it was our first time getting into podcasting, and I'll put it on me. I lost our first episode. It,
It is gone.
we definitely did record it. Its name I shall not divulge right now because if we ever do decide to revisit it, it will be updated, shall I say.
Man, I think maybe one day, if we're past like 100 episodes, we're definitely gonna go back and do episode 1. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Almost definitely.
So, but like to give it like a really good introduction from all of us. All right, little brother. What's your favorite manga, anime, and video games?
My favorite manga would be. I actually forgot. It would probably be God of
God of
High
High School.
School.
Yeah.
Probably be God of High School, just because, like, mind you, this is me first getting into manga, so God of High School was like one of like the ones I could read all the way through without no problem. My favorite video game, once again, and you can check this on Mavericks.com. Check it out there. My favorite video game would be Final Fantasy X. Not only nostalgia reasons, but that game is actually pretty engaging, I shall say. And then my favorite anime, I skipped over one. My favorite anime is One Piece. It, once again, not only for nostalgia reasons, but just because that anime is legit. That's that's all I have to say for that.
All right, all right,
What about you, KB?
all right. And for myself, so my favorite manga, definitely there's a tie between the two right now. So we have Tales of Demons of God. Man, it's definitely phenomenal. Been going strong for like 3 years now, 4 years now.
Mhm.
Like just I don't know what made me initially fall in love with this manga, but just a great story. Uh, about a dude who went through a life. His first life was kind of crappy. Not necessarily crappy. His whole town and village just got killed, and so he was just living by himself for 200 years. Got reincarnated, and then tried to change a lot of different things. And then the second one would be the up and coming new one from last year, Solo Leveling. I did a review on both of these.
Love it.
Solo Leveling, one of the greatest manga, period. And if you guys have not read it, please go out there and check it out. Like it is 100% phenomenal. Like it just doesn't disappoint. And I'm just so happy it's not a harem or isekai. Um, we'll go into the anime. My favorite anime would have to be. I don't know why I'm not looking it up from the website. Sword Art Online.
Yeah,
So I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people really don't like it, but hey, I'm really cool with it. First season, even Alfheim, Gun Gillard, not a fan of. The new one that just came out, Alterization, something something. I don't know.
Bootleg Sword Art Online.
No, I feel like they used to take out the whole Gun Guild arc and then put the newest season and connect it to like right after Alfheim. It would have never lost steam. It'd have been just as good. Fight scenes, just story, everything would have just been just as great. Um, Let me see. And then for video games, would be just the same as my little brother, Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X was by far one of the greatest games I've ever played, just for the emotional connection I know I really have towards the game. It just invoked a lot of feeling. It took me a long time to actually beat the game because I never had a memory card for the PlayStation 2. So I remember so many times like restarting over and over and over again. And it just took almost close to like 2 years. Like no joke, like took close to 2 years just to beat this game, but like once I finally beat it, cried. I cried at the ending. Cried so much. My mom came into the room. It was like, "You should not play video games anymore." And it has you feeling like this. I'm like, "You don't understand. He's dying. He's a dream." Like, and at the
Shut your
time, it was
mouth.
like, and I was just a little bit emotional, distraught at times. It's like back when I was in high school, like freshman or sophomore, somewhere around there, and I was just like, almost more than 10 years ago. Ooh, 10, 15 years ago. God dang.
All right, so I believe it's about that time.
All right, so yeah, guys, so that's a little info description of us. Let's get into today's reviews, guys.
So today's reviews, of course, as you heard in the beginning, it's going to be the reviews of The Daily Life of the Immortal King and the Misfit Demon Academy. That's what it's called, right? Because I keep getting it mixed up with the name, but it's the Misfit Demon Academy.
Yep.
So,
So let's start with the less Well, let's start with the daily life of Immortal King because I know me and Arrow K really didn't necessarily feel it per se.
Okay.
I knew little brother was. So the daily life of Immortal King, as a cultivation genius who has achieved a new realm every 2 years, ever since he was a year old, Wang Ling, because I think this is a Chinese anime.
It's Chinese.
hmm Wang Ling is a near invincible existence with prowess far beyond his control. But now that he's 16, he faces his greatest battle yet, senior high school. With one challenge after another popping up, his plans for a low key high school life seem further and further away. And so, just to kind of start off, I usually don't have too much of a problem with the OP high schooler, but I'm not gonna lie, guys. I couldn't get past 5 episodes with this, and I just was like,
That's what I'm saying. So can I take over if you're just
"Go
gonna
ahead,
message?
go ahead."
So at least I'll carry like the lighter side of it at first. So the lighter side to me, or when I mean by light, I mean like I'm gonna be in its corner. I'm gonna be the one hyping the anime up. So our main character is Wang Li, and it has side characters like Lotus Sun. I would look up her actual Chinese name, but I really can't find it to be honest. And then you have the side characters, which are his two companions. They kind of like have a rocky relationship. No pun to Rocky's name. They kind of have a rocky relationship in the beginning, but it kind of develops by like the third episode. And but the whole anime, like KB said, revolves around Wang Li just trying to become. Uh, he knows he has all this like ultimate power, but he's just trying to live his high school life. It's very comical with also like heavy intense powers. I would say within the first 5 episodes, you won't actually get a good look at the power scaling in there or like how intense it can be. But I'm going through it, I'm seeing like this has great potential. I have only seen the 5 episodes, but from what I've seen, yo, this is gonna be dope. I have high hopes for it.
What's your definition of great potential?
Meaning that as the story progresses, like every as the story progresses, like anything else has to, it'll be more intense. It'll be more involved. Like he has his three friends who look like they're gonna be like his best closest friends, and if it's anything like that title opener, like you see the five of them, and you see Wang Li, Lotus Flower, his two guy friends, and their dog frog demon thing. You'll notice what that is when you get into the anime. but but they are fighting like this other group of like I want to say assassins. You find out like a group of assassins is trying to kill Lotus Sun just because she's like rich or whatever. But it's it seems and mind you, everybody in the anime pretty much has powers. Like I haven't seen not one person who doesn't actually have powers other than Wang Li's parents, but they haven't really shown that they can use their powers or not.
Yeah, so most people at the high school definitely has potential, or definitely has some type of ability in general, right?
I would say, yeah. The one thing that I do have like against it is they don't define what powers they have. I've been told that they use magic. I've been shown that it's like an internal power. I'm not so sure if it's just energy or something like that, but I guess it's magic slash energy.
Well,
Yeah.
on that note, so you know how in the beginning when they show like what their power was when they punched that frog demon thing.
hmm
So are they going to retest later and like they get stronger, or is it going to be one of those? Their power was 897. He's going to stay 897 for the rest of it. He's just going to learn how to use it better.
You're just gonna learn how to use it better.
So they don't
Mm,
cultivate better. They just trash. And the dude's 99999 all the way through, and that there was no point in anybody else even bothering.
I don't want to say it's that cut and
comes
dry.
out the gate swinging. I like this.
I don't want
Well,
to say it's that cut and dry, but it's more like he everybody knows that he's an intense candidate, but nobody really knows what you can actually do until you do it.
well, it looked like he don't want to do anything.
Exactly.
Honestly.
So nobody takes him that serious.
He doesn't really have a lot of personality, and this is where I was like my personal problem with it. I'm like he's very melancholy.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
bland. Yeah, there you go.
yeah, he's bland. Sometimes some characters' personality is that they're emo, or like they're like they just really don't care just because they believe everybody is just beneath them. That's a personality type. He's just bland, where he's just more. Like he just kind of doesn't care.
But that in one of the descriptions too, it is like all Wang Lee wants to do is eat his crispy noodles chips. But that's his character though. Like they at least they set it up like as opposed to animes like uh high school no not high school DxD. I was trying to think of an anime where there is
I
a
love Issei. Love that
protagonist.
dude. He's my hero.
um we're not going to get into that because that's not the topic of the day. But there are other bland protagonists, but you go into the anime expecting the most out of them, but you don't get it. And this anime, they kind of like set you up like, yo, he's just a normal dude, or he just wants to be a normal dude, living a normal life, eating his chips that and he doesn't really care for anybody. So I would
Chips and
say like,
ramen. Chips and ramen.
no, that's ramen chips. That's what they are.
Ramen chips.
Ramen chips.
What in? Never mind. I'm not questioning.
Is that like when I eat? Is that like when I eat my noodles without putting in the microwave of water in a bowl? Just crunch on that.
I would say yes. Like actually, in the first episode, he has like a chip bag, but they're like noodles, and then he like takes the sauce packet out, dumps it in there, and shakes up the bag. Like if you have like if you're an American, you have like your regular ramen noodles like that come in a bag, and then you have the option to like crunch them up, pour the sauce in them, shake them up, and it's like a seasoned chip pretty much.
Are you serious?
Have you never done that before?
I mean, as a kid, but now that's just like detrimental to your health.
I mean, now it is because ramen noodles are terrible, but
They're not terrible. I still love eating them.
no, yeah,
I don't.
they're pretty. When you're
Messy now.
when you're in a struggle meal, that's a struggle meal. That's what you got to eat.
No,
But
I
heck
could be
no.
worth the millions of dollars and I would still eat ramen noodles. I do not care.
I have not eaten ramen noodles since I moved out of my friend's house. When I was 18 and moved in with him, I lived with him for 2 years while I was working at Taco Bell, nonetheless. And I was poor. Taco Bell don't pay you enough to make you not poor. So I was either eating Taco Bell or I'd go home and I'd eat noodles. Noodles. I absolutely hate. To this day, I have not eaten noodles yet, and I refuse to eat noodles.
well,
Taco Bell paid kind of good.
They paid me enough to eat there.
all right, here's your money for the day. Now give us back the money because you need to eat. That's
Oh
basically
my
what they
gosh,
did.
that is so funny.
But scaling back, you know that he's a bland character going into the anime just because how he wants to live his life. His parents also want him to live a normal life because they know the three of them know he's just too OP for everybody.
Yeah, his parents keep giving him like different type of stuff to suppress his powers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, overall, guys, I would give this like a 4 out of 10.
A 4?
4.
Mind you, once again, we're just going off the first 5 episodes, so don't like. There's about like 12 episodes out right now, so I would say if you are
Is it
gonna
like
get
15?
12.
Oh, okay.
I'd say if you're gonna watch it, go ahead and just like watch it all. Watch it past the 6 episodes. For me, if I'm gonna give it my personal rating, I'm gonna say a potential of a 7.5 out of 10. Potential.
I think we'll go with the KV on this. It's gonna be maybe a solid 5. I'll give it that because I did like the girl, but I did not like enough about her to keep watching.
The girl herself, and mind you, we kind of like glanced over her.
The girl was lame too.
Her name is Lotus Sun, I guess in the English translation. She is supposed to be this rich girl who was also gifted with her abilities. Like, so they did this little test in the beginning, and it's like a power test. The average like scores within the 100 to like 200 range. She scored like a 5 or like 600. The what's it called? Wang Lee's friend scored like 5 to like 5, like both of them were like 500, or like one friend was 400, his other friend was 500.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, both those guys, one pulled like a 930 something, the other one, the chunkier guy pulled an 8 something, like 890 something.
847.
Oh, then what did
And
the
then
girl pull?
the girl pulled like 2600 or something like that.
Oh, okay. So I had it
Like
so
2000 area?
Yeah, it was above 2000. I remember that.
So
I-
the average is like 200 to like 300 then.
The rest of the people kind of pulled about that, maybe a little higher. It wasn't like horribly low.
Okay. So, but our main character Wang Lee broke the machine.
He
didn't
scared the
necessarily break
freaking.
it.
He
The
scared the
demon
damn
frog.
frog.
Mind you, we keep saying this frog. This frog is the test. It's like a holographic frog, which turns out to be the actual spirit of a demon frog. But none of the
That he
students
defeated
knew
when he
that.
was a kid.
Yeah.
Gotta throw that part.
Yeah, and that's why he's like, "What? What's this feeling?" I'm like, "Don't do this to me. No."
But so that's how the students just tested into the school, if they're even worth something. But once again, I digress back to Lotus Sun. She's like supposed to be not only the one of the richest girls in the city at the time. She's also beloved by everybody just because they love her, and she's also gifted with her abilities.
And it only took 3 episodes for her to fall in love with the blandest dude in the entire show.
She was already in. Look at, I will always make this argument for my boy Wang Lee. She was into him because he was literally the only guy who was like, okay, you're this some popular girl. I don't really care about you.
So remember, she was actually bewitching everybody else around her.
Right.
It wasn't that she was in love with this guy because he wasn't in love with her. For some reason, he just was one of the one people around her that she couldn't bewitch.
But
And
it was,
that's enough to be like, "All right, I love you because I can't make you mine." I'm like, "Okay, I guess."
I would just say because it actually turns into like a little nice lovey-dovey relationship. You kind of like
You don't say.
you kind of see him just being like, okay, look at
Disappointed
here.
after hearing that.
No, you kind of just see him be like, all right, I'm not putting up with your stuff. Okay, I don't care if you're this popular rich girl. I'm not just gonna do whatever you want me to do. And she's like, you know what? I really like you for that. Like, I actually genuinely like you. So, they kind of like go on with it just gets better as it goes on. I'll just say that.
Yeah,
Uh,
and so I'm just like, nope. I'm sorry, guys. This one just really doesn't.
I was told 3 to 5. I put 3 in. I'm done.
He did the bare minimum.
But this is where that's where my gripe for this comes in at versus Demon Misfit High School, or I can never remember the name of that. But that's where my gripe
Misfit
between the
of
two
Demon
come.
King Academy. So all right, so let's go ahead and transition to the Demon
Misfit Academy. So
Demon
what I
King
think
Academy.
is the difference between the two is that they start off with, yeah, this guy's overpowered because he was reborn from being originally the Demon King. The kid's just like, I'm born OP. At least when the kid did it, it was because
I was gonna say Wang Lee was him. Okay, I don't think he was reincarnated, but he was born with great power.
He was more or less born with just great power, and I think they might have gave more background as to why he was born with great power. But once again, we didn't get
far enough.
past far enough. Basically, I'm just saying.
Mhm.
All right, so but yeah, for the I cannot ever remember the dang name of it. The Demon King or the Demon Misfit Academy.
The
God
Demon
darn it,
King Misfit Academy.
Demon King
The
Misfit
Miss.
Academy.
Sorry. Even I said it wrong the time. I'm reading it verbatim right now. The Misfit of the Demon King Academy.
Misfit of the Demon King Academy. I know this must be horrible for us. All right. Tired of endless conflicts destroying human spirits and even gods, Demon King of Tyranny, Anos Voldigod, hopefully I'm saying his last name right, who dreams of a peaceful world, had decided to reincarnate. But 2,000 years later, what awaited him after his reincarnation are his descendants to get used to peace and become too weak, and magic is in serious decline. Anos arose in the Demon King Academy, the academy that gathers and educates those who are considered to be the reincarnated Demon King, but it failed to see his power and branded him as the Misfit. Furthermore, the legendary Demon King became completely different from himself. While being underestimated by everyone, only a young girl, Misha, who is kind to him as his subordinate, the Misfit Demon King, runs up the demon's hierarchy.
The Misfit.
Long story short, he wants a better world, and in order to stop the whole war stuff, he decides to tell the hero, "Hey, look, end my life. I'll respawn in 2,000 years. We'll go from there." And he's like, "Cool, thanks."
But
They shake hands, handshake, throw some fists, and it's over.
But
it was
but the
more
crazy
like
part
a
is,
trust thing.
it was
Hey.
a trust thing, but it's also after like he killed the hero plenty of times.
He came back. I
but-
love that too. He just kept coming
Yeah,
back.
like the hero kept on being recorded. He was like, "Yo, I can't really kill him. He was like, "Yo, like
Yeah, he
He
had
has a
something
better
that
source magic. He had better source magic than him. So he's like he'll keep getting reincarnated regardless. He's like I can't necessarily finish him off for good. I can just only keep killing him.
I do want to note we have an episode about this. There's a high school for that. The Demon King, who he's a literal Demon King, dies, reincarnates as a 15-year-old kid in high school. So there's a high school for it.
he's not wrong.
Gosh, yeah, we could definitely add that to the list. There's a high school for that. But even kind of going from there. So yes, he wanted peace. Yes, he kind of agreed to the heroes. Like, yo, I'm tired of this. Like, I just want peace for like the demon kind too. Like, he's like, yo, like we want to live and survive as well. So I'll go ahead die. I'll come back in like 2,000 years, check on my people, and we'll go from there. So obviously, he dies, gets reincarnated 2,000 years later, and he kind of comes back and sees his the demon's weak, the magic really weak. Nobody remembers who he is, or somebody else, changed history, from the 2,000 years he was gone. And so now, while he's at the Demon King Academy, he's also trying to figure out, okay, what the heck has been going on for 2,000 years while I was gone. And you see him slowly go through the troubles of it.
Mhm. I would say it's very interesting off the gate. I got to watch 5 episodes, and if you're not captivated by, I'd say, the second episode, you're not gonna like this anime
First
because
off, you're not captivated by the first episode, how this dude just offs the first guy and just puts him in his place and just like, yo, hold on, take the air out your chest. I'm gonna let you know
Right now.
who I am right now. Kills him multiple times, brings him back multiple times, and it's like, let me know. Do you want this to continue?
And then dude's like, no. 15 deaths later. Okay, please. I'm like, yeah, I saw this coming. And what I like about it is they show the fact that yes, he's overpowered, and they continuously say it like, yes, he's strong. But at least he tells him too. He's like, I'm not the strongest thing out there. He's like, but I definitely am the strongest demon right now out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's kind of crazy how he does. He's like, well, I'm not necessarily the best, but I'm the best standing in front of you right now. So, like I said, I like how he's just pretty honest. He's
very straightforward. I really like that.
Yeah, like he's not too goofy. He's not incompetent.
Oh no, by far. He's basically a literal demon king. So imagine like an Ainsel Gold character from Overlord,
Now,
Gao, who has to be this, top tier tyrant type of character, and all just in this one high schooler's body. He's like that. He's very calm, cool, collected, and he's seen the world before. So when he's looking at it now, he's like, this isn't right. This isn't exactly how it's supposed to be. And I guess to me, that even shows when it comes to even like him doing certain spells. Like he has a teleportation spell, and the few people who do see it, they're like, "What the heck? How do you even know that? Like nobody knows how to do teleportation magic." And he's like, "Dude, this is so simple. Like I don't even know how you guys forgot it."
once again, somebody rechanged history. So, what do you guys like about this anime?
Well, okay. Well, I have a lot of things I like about it. There's one thing I did dislike was that everybody lost their memory literally like right after he was slain. Like they talked about, they're like, we all happen to lose our memory. It was right after you died. I'm like, that's extremely convenient that everybody happened to have all their memories changed the moment you died. It wasn't like 100 years later that somebody changed their minds. It was like, oh, you're dead. Mind changed.
I don't think it was right after he died. I thought it was like, everybody kind of started doing a little different stuff, and they were starting being hunted down maybe one by one.
Well, because the first guy, he's like, oh, I was locked in like a force field and I couldn't get out. Oh, the old guy. I don't know if you got to episode 4, I think it was. The old guy comes in.
Yeah, I seen all of them.
Yeah, he's
all
like
up to date because it's only like 6 episodes out, guys.
Yeah, I still gotta watch episode 6 today, so I'm gonna watch that later. And then the other guy was like, yes, I was. He said it wasn't long right after the war that the skeleton head, Necros,
Yeah.
the Necros guy. He's like, it wasn't long after the war that somebody, manipulated my mind. I was like, okay. The other guy's like, yeah, it was right after the war. I was being chased, literally right after you died, and I got trapped somewhere, so they couldn't get to me. And I was like, Okay, and I'm pretty sure the other two are going to come out with some same, or other two, I think other three, he said it was, are going to come up with similar stories.
I think there's 7 in all.
Or 7? Okay. I was like, something like that. But what I do like about it is every episode, they get somewhere. I absolutely hate it. They're like, we're going to fight next episode. And you have to like sit there like, okay, cool. Now I got to wait. It's like every episode there was a fight that either started and ended midway or they finished it off right then and there.
I actually agree. Like you don't get really left off on too many cliffhangers. Like whatever the episode starts, it finishes.
Exactly. And I
like
love
you
that.
said, it makes headway every single episode. Like each episode, like a piece of the puzzle gets solved. It doesn't take its time. It doesn't try to lag in any type of way. It really progresses with each episode.
Mind you, I do want to put this out there. So it's called Misfit Academy because they deem, what's his name? Anais?
Anos.
Anos?
Anos. They deem Anos a misfit because during the test, like once again, they have like a little test thing to get into this academy. There was like a one-up portion that was like, put all your power into a crystal. He shatters the crystal. It was, what were the other tests that they had to do?
I just remember the chrysalis.
Like,
I think they also didn't really like him because for some reason they didn't think he was royalty or something.
yeah, but that's like one of the so there's like red and black clothes, and then white and blue clothes, and he's a white and blue cloth, which deems him not royalty. But there was also like an aptitude test that he had to take. He passed that with flying colors. Basically, all his tests led to him being a misfit.
Oh, yeah, because one of the questions is like, one of the questions they were asking was like, who's the one of the original Demon King, and he was like, this guy. So like, no, everybody knows who it is, and he's like,
Right.
no, that's not who it is.
That's not. No, that's not. But yeah. So just you can even see the symbol on his shoulder that everybody's like, why? Oh my God, the misfit. Like, why is he even in this class? And mind you, I do love the one scene where the teacher puts up this like symbol, and he's all like, teacher, that's an incorrect symbol, and she's like, impossible. This is made by royalty. I think they do like a little bet. There's this like seal that each
Oh, yeah.
that's like a Zek seal or something like that. He's like, if I can prove it wrong, can I like, because he was trying to get into like some portion where he builds his own team or something like that, and only royals could do it at the time. But he's like, if I can prove that it's flawed, you'll let me make my team. She's like, okay, and if I prove to you it's not, you have to apologize and quit the academy. He's like, bet. So they make the seal. He does like one move, and he improves it by like tenfold. And she's like, "Oh my God, how do you?" And she's just like, she shuts up after that because he knows like, yo, don't like. I just love his cockiness and how he knows like how everything's supposed to work and how everything's supposed to be, and he just proves it time and time.
Yeah. I just love that he could back everything.
What?
100%.
That he could back everything he does.
Oh yeah.
So another thing, like after one of the tests, when they were supposed to go get a scepter, I guess somebody had like stole it from them or whatever, like when they were asleep or something. And the teacher was like, "Well, since you guys can't find it and we can't find it, you guys are gonna lose some points for it." And he was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Like we already know who the culprit is." He was like, he's right there." Goes out and pulls out the scepter from like one of the students and hand it to the teacher and was like, "If you're gonna have somebody steal it, make sure they do a better job." And it's
I know. She was like, she's like, I got nothing. He's just like, I don't care. I just love that he's not phased by it either.
Oh, so I do want to bring up the characters like we also glanced over. He has two companions, Misha, Necron
Necros or something like that.
Necron, I think.
Necros,
And Sasha Necron. Misha is his like first companion that really like says like,
This girl.
friend. And mind you, it was funny when he was all like, Misha, I want you to be my comrade. And she's like, you're what? I think in this time era, it's friend. Like, dude is that old that he doesn't even know what a friend is, first of all. But
only subjects and loyal servants.
and then her sister Sasha, those two kind of like I don't even say that they hated each other because it was something where
You
they're the same soul but in two different bodies. But she wanted I would just say I'm not gonna
yeah
explain that.
yeah you got to more watch that part because it makes you so mad as you go through. But like I said, if at least it follows through.
Right. And
I
then
love I love the parents though.
I
When
was
he
going to
brings
say,
home the
yeah.
girl, yeah.
The
Sorry,
parents
yeah.
are dope. I'm not gonna lie. For like it was crazy. Is you don't ever see parents in anime, ever. And so even for the two, you don't ever. You either
Uh,
see maybe the dad or just the mom, but you don't ever see both of them. And
is
it's crazy
Bella,
since both of these animes that we're reviewing today actually has both parents. I just thought that was pretty actually weird.
that is very interesting. And the daily life of
Yeah.
the Immortal King is just Mom Wang and then or Mom Ling and then Dad Wang. Like they don't really give them their names. And this one, his mom is Isabella and his dad is Gustav.
And I think
Yeah.
what I think is cool about the two of them is like the parents' mindsets are like completely different. The moms were like, we need to find a in the Immortal King, they're like, we got to find a way to suppress his powers, all that stuff, good jazz. They're developing stuff for him. The other parents were like, our son's gonna be TV King. We're gonna do everything we can to make sure I'm proud of him. And I love his
Right.
mom's attitude. She's like, I don't care what kind of kid you would have been. She's like, I would have loved you for everything you are and supported you 100%. I was like,
Like, oh my
But
god, you get Mother of the Year award.
they are hecka supportive parents. Like she's like after you came back from the demon camp, she's like to celebrate. I'm making your favorite food or whatever food you want. What do you want? He's all like mushroom granite or something like that, whatever the
oh
heck that
yeah.
is. And she's like, I knew you'd say that. That's why I already made it. And it's just like, wow, you a cool mom, man. You a cool mom.
And then he brings home the girl. The mom's like, "Oh, my son's so popular. He's bringing home a woman already." I was like, "I love you so much. It's so funny."
And then when he brought home Sasha, she's like, my son brought home two women, and it's only been a month. Like,
And she all yells at dad. The dad's like, "That's my boy." Like, I just love that they support him 100%. And
And everything he does.
especially
mhm.
like during one of the episodes when the fight goes, she goes, they're all making fun of him, and she's like, "Don't you dare make fun of my son." And the dude's like, "You know what?" He's like, "I can't make my mom sad." He's like, "I'm going in." He's like, "Not happening."
Oh yeah, so like right before he has to do like little tournament thing, because at first he wasn't going to do it because he was trying to bring out one of the bad guys or whatever. But once you see like how his mom defended him and his dad like went and got hurt to build him a sword so he can compete with, he was like, "Oh yeah, I got to do it for my parents," and just I can't wait for the next
And
episode.
I like that too. That he's all about his parents. Like it seems like his parents like his number one, even though he was only with them for not even that long.
A month?
A month.
Yeah,
No, a month.
a whole month.
Because
But he has so much care and love for them.
and it's weird. So he started off as a child, and with like the next few days, he already had grown to like a. he started off as an infant, and then within the next couple of days, started off it went into a child, like an 8-year-old child, and then by the time he needed to go to the academy, he was already 15. Like he aged so quickly within a month.
Oh yeah, because he said his body can only handle so much magic, so he would progress his body up into the point where it can hold it, and then
Mm,
just practice with it, and then just jump again.
right.
Amazing.
Still a little weird when I think about it. Like, oh, he's with Misha. Yeah, it's kind of weird thinking about like, yeah, I'm a month and a half years old. I'm like, it's a little weird, but you know what? I'll let this slide a little bit.
Exactly.
But
But
overall, so yeah, go ahead, go ahead. You're about to say it.
yeah, but overall, and once again, the only what else I really love about this anime is one so far it's not necessarily a harem. Yes, he has a fangirl club. But right now, he's only rocking with two girls, Misha and
Mhm.
Sasha.
Misha's
So it's not.
best.
I do agree. I will give him
Uh,
that. Like so, it's not a harem. And then he's how do I say it? I don't know. Like I just really like the character.
Right?
Like I was just scared for a second. I was like, don't be one of those harem ones where you got like 10 different girls and you're always recruiting. Oh yeah, he actually is gonna probably bring back a guy on his team. And so with most anime, it's just like he only
girl after
recruits
girl.
girl after girl, like especially after he beats him. But with this one, like the guy's like one of his loyal subjects from the past, and he was like, "Well, if you're gonna reincarnate, I want to get reincarnated too." And he's like, "I just want to keep serving you." He's like, "There's not really much else for me to do."
Mm.
And so, just
He's
seeing
simping for
him,
his boss.
don't you dare disrespect his loyalty. And just to see him, like, like I said, add a guy to a group, I'm just like, man, like, he just something else you just don't see a lot in anime. You don't see the MC get along with another guy, you know, just in general.
Yeah, it's always
Right.
that that funny, crazy, and that's the other thing. Most like friends they make are like I'm gonna use the Immortal King. Those two crazy dudes who are funny and weird and act out all constantly, and it's okay. You're there. I get it as the funny kind of support characters, but at least this guy, he's cool. He's cool. He's calm. He knows exactly what he wants, and
Know exactly what he's capable of.
exactly.
Like competent. And like I said, that's another thing I really, really like it. This anime isn't over the top trying to be like it's not over the top loud. It's just like it has a lot of good jokes and everything. Even the main character says a lot of good jokes.
Oh yeah,
He
'cause
walks into
he
the
tries to
classroom.
tell jokes and it does not work. He's like, it was a joke. I'm like, yeah, never would have hit me with that.
Now, like when he first steps into the new classroom, he's all like, "Bow down, mortals, for I am the new king of this classroom." Everybody's just like dead stare, look at him. He goes to Misha, huh? 2,000 years ago, that joke would have slayed the whole room.
Exactly. I'm like, your sense of humor is a little skewed.
Oh gosh. But yeah, that's what I definitely like about it. What about you guys?
I would definitely keep watching this anime just because I want to see how far he can go. How OP are they gonna take this character? And like he hasn't even. This is not even my final form. Like it's not. So just I want to
Oh,
see how far he
you
can
know,
go.
definitely. It's not. That's not the peak of him. He's saving it for a special moment.
Hmm.
I'm staying attached because I do like the story, but I really would love to see. I want to see him get with Misha. It sounds horrible. I just want to see him get with her. I love her so much. He was there from the beginning. He made her have her wish. It's beautiful. I mean, obviously, it's gonna be like it's either gonna end with both of them, like, oh, we both like him, so we'll see what happens. It'll end like
I
that,
was
or
gonna,
I
I was
kind of
gonna
really see
say
him
that.
only choosing Misha. I don't see him choosing, but even though I could see it, I would.
it
I
was
was
a
gonna say
friendly kiss. Remember, it was a friendly kiss.
bull crap. There's no such thing as a friendly. Not like
Exactly.
that. Not like that. She straight up jumped like standing on her tippy toes and everything, kiss him in the mouth, and she's all like, "No, it was only a kiss between friends," and it was like, "What? That's not how friends kiss."
How I feel when he hands Misha the ring. I'm like, ugh, my heart. I'm like, he didn't need a kiss from you. He got a ring on it.
Oh my gosh. So Rookie, what do you think about it? What's your score for it?
For me, personally, yeah, I'm very biased on it. I'm giving it a 9.
A nine.
Oh,
Oh wow,
A
that's a high
9.
score.
I love it.
I give it an
oh,
8.5 so far.
dang,
And
y'all.
I can only see it going up.
Yeah, for real, I only see it going up. If it keeps giving me episode after episode like that, it's definitely gonna stay at it.
I'm gonna bring it back down to earth, and I'm gonna give it a cool 7.
What?
I'm not bashing it. I'm just saying it still has some to behold. Like so far, they're just setting up the story. They've explained about him. They talked about him and what his power is and how bad, how top tier of a character he is. They've explained how Misha and Sasha's story is. That's the 5 episodes. So I don't want to see no more backstory. I don't care about anybody else. I just want to see story progress from here on out. And if I swear, if I don't see it progress, this is gonna stay at a 7 for me forever.
This is what's gonna end it for me, I guess, is if it gets all the way up to 12 and it ends it on like a cliffhanger we never get anymore. It's losing its score.
Here's the
At
sad
least you
thing.
can read the manga
Probably
though.
could do that.
I was reading the manga. That's the only reason why I got so far. I got to the manga when he meets the new guy. The new guy comes in, which is obviously his assistant from the past. That was like the last chapter I stopped at. It's like, hey guys, we're getting an anime. And I was like, heck yeah, I'm excited. And then it came out, and I was like, I love it. And now I already feel like the anime's already passed the manga.
Oh wow,
Really?
Yeah, look it up.
that's
I
wild.
well no, but I said the same thing because for my daughter, I could even defeat the Demon King.
Mhm.
I was reading the manga for a long time, and then the anime came out, and it just chunked out the story. It just skipped over, and it's past it. It's past the manga, and I was like, I'm sad. Now I wait
Mhm.
for the updates on the manga, and it comes out kind of like the anime, and it's not as fun.
Mhm.
Wow. And that's
Um,
usually a bad way of doing things because you should never have anime surpass the manga because the manga is almost like the guideline of
Well, that's not true because if it had a light novel, then they could follow the guidelines of the light novel instead. But I don't
Okay,
know
true.
for sure if it had a light novel. Uh, I don't even know if for my daughter. I think for my daughter did have a light novel actually,
Hmm.
but I don't know about the Misfit one. I don't know if it has a light novel, and if it doesn't, then they just are like, all right, we passed the manga. Throw your own story. Let's go.
Where do you read a lot of your stuff at?
Mangaka a lot right now. I think it's called.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
And
keep that in.
yeah, mangaka a lot. I have another tab. I gotta find it. Oh, there it is. I think it's Mangalo, Manga Elo.
Manga. Okay.
Yeah, those are the ones I read off of. Me and my 36 tabs on my phone so I can read anime or read manga anime.
It's okay, man. We all have to go through this little process of finding. It's just hard. It's hard.
I
was
would
gonna
literally
say.
pay for an app that gives me all my manga. But every time I find one that's like, oh, we have chapters 1 through 8, but not the other 30 that are online. I'm like, okay, you know what? No, not paying for you.
That's what KV was talking about. He would, because there was I think everybody used this. I know I have a friend at work who uses it all the time. What was it? Manga Rock was like the
Yeah,
big one
I
that,
used it too.
and then apparently they got shut down or something.
I had 237 mangas on it, and when they shut down, I I had to cut my list down enough to where my phone could live.
How do you think I feel? I'm the anime guy. I watch Kiss anime. So they cut off Kiss anime. They shut it down. 2020, you suck.
Rest in peace, Kiss Anime. Yes, you were pirated, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do believe in supporting, your favorite manga, anime. I believe in it, but when you didn't necessarily know the channels to and how to support it, or to give the money directly to the artist so they can keep making this and make a living out of it.
Because that's not always the case. That's not always the case.
I know it sucks too. I've been reading a lot about that, where it's like that's just because you support Crunchyroll or VRV doesn't mean you're doing jack squat for the developers of it.
Right.
Kind of makes me feel bad. But I buy their merchandise. I have lots of little knickknacks here and there in my room, especially my figurines, because I love the Monogatari series. Actually, I got Senjo Hata and Hanako in my room right now.
Oh, okay.
That and Sailor Moon and Taiga from Toradora.
Tiger from Toradora.
Love it.
Oh, so and I know you guys still haven't seen Promised Neverland, but they're gonna come out with a live adaptation of it. I'm like, this is gonna be bad, you guys. Just continue off of our episode about anime adaptations. This is gonna be another one where I just don't see it succeeding.
And not a lot of live actions do. And they also wanted to do this like with the last Avatar: The Last Airbender. They wanted to do it with the TV show because they just brought it out on Netflix, so they wanted to give the Netflix live adaptation for it, but it got canceled. And that's because like the creators of Avatar had created differences, but that's where that's my point is that's where like a lot of live adaptations fail at because the original creators they said okay it should be done like this and this, and the people creating live adaptation are like, well, we could do it like this, but it's like, I didn't tell you to do that. And they're like, well, we think this is how it should be. And then when they put it out, they wonder why it's all trash because nobody asked for the way that you did it like that. We loved it the original way, not how you want to just change up the story like that.
I 100% agree. 100% agree. And also on one more note of like a little bit of a piece. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the new One Piece manga.
No.
Rocky?
No, I'm done with One Piece for a while.
I'm done with One Piece.
I'm doing what I did to Naruto. I gave it 600 plus episodes, and now I'm gonna wait for it to finish, and then I'll finish it myself.
Wow, I'm disappointed. Just how like Luffy kind of declared war upon Big Mom and Kaido. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, like it's about to get like really, really big and serious now. Like you're starting to see Luffy start making a lot more bigger moves and start going against like the Yonkos and everything. Like yo, anybody in his way, he's gonna. Well, he has plot armor on the side, but like he's about to start taking a lot of different people out. I'm starting to like get that feeling of like being hyped for One Piece again.
All right, but we pretty much covered everything today, right?
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
And it didn't feel like an hour. We got at least an hour done today, guys, and it felt like we just breezed through it so quickly.
I know it's pretty fast today.
Mm. Um, what's it called? Sorry for that. What's it called? Any recommendations?
No recommendations this week since our reviews would be the recommendations.
You, you're most definitely right. So I do have something for you guys, but guess what? You come back to the next episode of the M.A.V show, then you get my little tidbit. I got a surprise for you.
Oh,
Ooh, okay,
now you
okay.
got me wondering too.
But all right, guys, I think that we will wrap it up. That is the MAV show for today.
A lot of fun.
But I do have a shout out. We have and this is kind of like a special shout out. There's a man who goes by the name of Tropical Campus. He actually hit me up on Instagram, or gave me a shout, or he wanted me to check out his content. He says that he's trying to like follow up to his idols RDC World One. You guys heard me mention him, or RDC World One as a group. They do a lot of like anime videos, video game videos, basketball videos, and make their probably biggest one that's actually getting them a lot of clout was they did a video about J. Cole, and J. Cole actually sent them his own personal shoe. Like he sent each one of the members from RDC World One his own brand shoe. Like
Oh, that's dope.
yeah, and Mark,
Hey, J. Cole, if you listen to this, I'm gonna need. Hey, let me get one pair too, please. Hey, but I will rock your shoes,
Hey,
my guy.
size 14 over here. I'm just saying.
it's 14. Jeez.
I need a size of 12, preferably high tops.
Small foot.
But like I said, he is a content creator. He's up on YouTube by that same name. Give him a shot, give him a look up. I actually watched a lot of his content. He's a pretty funny dude. Like if you've seen RDC World One, he makes like content like them. And it's not exactly like copy paste, but he's very original with his. It's very pretty entertaining stuff. You can hit him up on Instagram of that same name, Tropical Campus. He's also given us a shout out too, so I do appreciate that. And you know what? Like I said, the man's pretty good. I've looked at his content over and over again. Most of his stuff dating all the way back to a couple of years ago, and he's pretty consistent with his uploads and his content. He's a pretty funny guy.
All right, man. Well, thank you, Tropical Campus guy. I would definitely look into your stuff more too. We're shouting you out, so thank you for your also a shout out. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Anybody else got any shout outs, Rocky? Oh, happy birthday.
we
The
got
big 26.
we got this man on the podcast on his birthday. Well, not exactly, but we know what we mean.
It's
Birthday's
pretty
Tuesday,
close.
right?
Tuesday, but ain't nobody selling. I work construction, so the best things that happen to me is guys gonna ask me, "Hey, today's your birthday, huh?" Yeah. Oh, cool, and they'll walk away.
Yeah, so happy birthday, my guy. I'm trying to think of something. I was like, yo, we did a little cool get together for his birthday on Saturday. Played Magic the Gathering. Had a cool little food party. I'm not gonna lie, man. Happy I met you about when did we meet again? 2013?
Yes, 2013 at Taco Bell,
Oh yeah, when we used to work together.
and then that's when our manager learned that we could not work together.
Yo, we were horrible. The instant another fellow coworker was like, "Oh yeah, KV's into manga, anime, video games too." You were like, "What? What's your favorite?" Naruto, Sword Art Online. And ever since,
Oh yeah, that Sword Art Online was the peak right there because I recently watched it. And I was like, I love it. I want more. I need it.
And then it got thrown into the toilet.
I feel that way after Elfenlight or whatever. I didn't watch Gun Gale. I'm not gonna watch anything else.
don't watch Gun Gale. I'm saying get into the new one, man. It actually picks right back up like it never.
I just seen the clip with Leafia getting spears in her eyes. I'm not watching it.
Jesus.
2 spears in her eyes. There's rape scenes. Not happening. I'm not going.
There's not necessarily rape scenes, but it kind of gets a little.
What happened to Sword Art Online?
That you know what?
Nothing like that before.
Well, I don't know about that. Some dude tried to have his way with Asuna while she was in the hospital,
but it
and then Xyerci
wasn't.
got stabbed in real life for that, as he tried to grab his invisible sword that doesn't exist.
This is so stupid.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever saw the meme, but he
I
reaches
did.
behind him to pull out the sword. And, it's Asuna looking at him like, "What are you doing?" And it's just a clip of him like, "I thought this would turn out different."
Oh my gosh. But yeah, guys, we will wrap up today's episode right there after that. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening in. If you guys ever want to, hit us up, please get us at
And we're always remember. First of all, always and always remember. Hit us up on the platforms that we have: Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iTunes. Those Apple Podcasts and iTunes are the big ones, of course. You can also
give us
hit
a
it
5-star review, comment, tell us what you guys like about the show, tell us about our new host, and all that other good stuff.
always. Rocky.
If you hate me, let me know.
Ooh, we kind of lost audio with him for a second.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, but also you can hit us up on if you want to contact us, any comments as well, you can hit us up at bbemav2020@gmail.com. That's bbemav2020@gmail.com.
Or you can hit us up at mavericks@gmail.com. That is MAVREAKS at gmail.com. Also, check out our website, guys, mavericks.com.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Rocky, for finally getting on the show. Everybody, we love you.
We love you.
See you later. See you next week.
Peace.